I have a friend, he's a very, very important man in the science. He's born in Yemen. I think he came here when he was 2 years old. And once he showed me pictures, he was shooting in Sana'a in Yemen. And I got the influence. I immediately thought, wow, I'm going back many years ago, back where my family come from. I asked my father, my grandfather, said, did somebody move? They went to the other place? They said no. What we know, we stay in Yemen all the 2000. It's also a nice story to know, the holy house was destroyed. They went away from Israel, went to Yemen, and they didn't come back. And I saw the building from outside all the time, so fascinating. I said, how the people giving so many attention to the decoration from outside and everything, not mechanical, not technology, very simple, and with the hand. He took a picture from people who paint with the hand and color and glass, and unbelievable, outside. Inside, maybe it's looked to me very modern. And I got the influence, and I saw in the television a few years ago a classic concert in the city, in the middle of the city. Amazing. To bring from Europe to play their music orchestra, fascinating, in Yemen. So, and day after that, I come and sit. I feel like I was there. And I feel like I see everything in my mind, what I saw outside with the feeling of the music. I made this thing. Everywhere I see I. You can see I here. It's follow me. It's follow me for many years. Now I know, I got the answer. You have to wait sometime, so many years, to get the answer. That you do something and you don't know why you're doing it. 35 years ago I drew. Graphing, printing, etching and lithograph, and all my drawing, you can see eye everywhere, which is very strange. Why the eye in the S of the dog? Let's, for instance, what's happened? Why I put the eye? 2 years, 3 years, I was just drawing a lot of eye, and week before I left the Netherlands, I had exhibition. I told you. And I make a sculpture, and the article was saying that I made a samurai. The last samurai was fighting, and he lost his eye. I make a sculpture who lost his eye. And week after there was a war here in Israel in '73. They throw a hand grenade to my head. It was exploding. One shrapnel. All the rest, the 1,000, gone. Only one shrapnel took the eye to prove. I start to change all my life. I forgot Netherlands. Even I educated by the Western country because I was here. Until this time I didn't leave Israel. Only once I flew to Cyprus with the high school, and that's all. I didn't have a feeling the culture of the Western European Western, I think I learned a lot, but I knew that I will be originally Israeli or Middle East or East, correctly, East artist. And now the real, the important thing, that I'm so glad that my eyes is one eye existing, that I can look everywhere. I can feel with my eye, with the one eye, much better about anything what's happening surround me, and much better with the two eyes, everything. My family never pushed me to know and to say do something which is for our background or something like this, Never we talk about it. I got the influence from myself that I should be the first representing of the culture they're coming for. And I asked my father before. I said, how was it there? How was the life? And it say there from like story about 600-700 years ago. Everything is proof. Everything done. That we have very good life, good atmosphere, no hateness, no. We never felt that like somebody following us and said, "Go away." The Muslim people there in the desert, and they give us such a good. They participate with us and give us such a good feeling. That's why I think that's the idea I'm doing and dealing from everything from the earth, from the desert. I'm talking about the clay, even things from the tree. I use everything what is done before. I put it now together because I got the influence from my background, not where I'm studying. I study in I told you in Netherlands, and all the everything what they teach me there, it didn't give me any influence to keep doing it, and I think I'm happy with this, that I do it that way. If I have to choose to do it different way, I would tell you totally. I prefer to be a poor man without any cent in my pocket, but just to do what I think and believe. This sculpture was already being and developing 3 guys different in my life. This sculpture, what I'm talking about, the Uncle Vanya, was other image was exposed to the audience, you know. I come one day to the studio and nobody have a key, and I say, God damn it, how come it's falling? It's broken. How come in this? But it didn't take me a long time to think, and I said, look out, and I say, if Lord wants me to happen, then I go and not leave it broken, and I will start put another life inside. Then I start to develop his personality. This guy is gone. He's not the other one. The one who was in the sculpture is gone now for me. Was already stayed for 5-6 years, and I decided to have the actor. And it took me a few years. It's already from 1990. Just last 2 months I finished it. He gave me such a good influence, you know, to be happy, to be close to a guy like him. And then I decide, from that time, I decide to show myself, to open the idea he was talking about. How to get close to the people, how to understand, how to say, because, you know, he live here, you know, many people have the right to express themselves, to say, and to be like equal, you know. That's all the time I'm here for him. He was belonged to the communism party in Bulgaria, in the Balkan, you know. Very special guy. When I get rid of my mind that he died, that was the idea. Then I put, and from the both side of his body, that he's flying, you know, like a bird. He go out, he go away from me. I realized, I say, okay, now Nissim, his name is Nissim, I know that you are there. And I make some other stupid thing maybe. He told me, if I'm dying before you, just do me a favor. He liked to drink a lot. And he said, go to my grave and do something for me. I said, what you want? I said, you put me maybe every time bottle of cognac, and that's really. And I did it. And when I come to visit after the first and the second time I didn't see the bottle, I was thinking that he was wake up from the grave and took the bottle, and because that's the way he's an actor, you know. And I believe it. I was thinking that's the way it should be. Okay, that's naive. And then I realized the whole 17 years For me, it was not existing that he died. One of my favorite songs from John Lennon. Imagine all the people. So I got the feeling to create this piece. That's the ground who both sides fighting. I put these two animals. One animal belonged to the Israeli and one animal belonged to the Palestinian who fighting. It's the fighting for one pot in the middle, which is just air. It's a clay. It's nothing. It's a space to let the people come and live and share together. And they look very terrified, both of the animals. They have eating a lot of flesh and blood from both sides. It's terrible. I've seen it in my life. I got a lot of blood and red color. In my opinion, let them the feeling to get tired and to give up, not to start all over again.
I started when I was so young as activist, when I was 15 in Jordan in that time. And then I became activist in PLO, mainly with the DFLB. And then because my activities, the Jordanian government, they arrested me for 9 years. And when I released from the prison, they canceled my passport. I couldn't move and go out and to continue my study out of Jordan. So I started my work as a journalist. But I had a big turning point. It was in 1992. I discovered politician is not the right way to change the world, because it's not my right also to put my direction and to push all the people to follow this direction. Each one has a right and to choose his way in this life. So I discovered this by art and writing, mainly by novels. All the time I had a dream to change this world, to be more nice, more peaceful, more quiet, more fair, more justice. And I was in Tel Aviv last March, and I met really good friends there. Artists, normal people, filmmakers. I met Yair there also. He told me many things deeply, and he opened himself. And he presented himself. And when I met him, we started talking in Arabic. And he told me about his roots and his family in Yemen. And we started talking about clay, about art. And really I felt very close to him. And also I felt he is very close to me. And we can work together, and we have the same point of view for this bullshit world. We are working with art, with clay. And I think day by day I become more sure about my choice as an artist, as a writer. Because of this, and I told you, I believe in art as a solution also, not just for Palestinian and Israeli, also for all the world.
The only language what is left is for me. Of course, there are many things, but to be your soul, if you are art and you have to show something, you have to explain. You don't. The improvement is not. It's behind the work, behind what you do. If you write music, if you draw a painting, if you make a sculpture, it's a good language to tell everybody. That's the answer. Let's be together. All together now, all together now, all together now, all together now, all together. Na 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 na. הנה שמולי.
אפשר לשיר, אבל כל, all together.